Hey folks, ep.6 here. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Watts Farm and Farm Sim 17. So last time around I got us a couple of little devices to get started on some logging. And well, I have actually sold one of them back. The little tree grinder, branch grinder, whatever. I got rid of that and put the Sawdust mod back in. And with the extra money we got, I got us a woods tractor or forestry tractor, and I decided to go with this guy because the cool thing about it is even if you tip this up on the back and end up losing most of the steering from there, it still actually handles reasonably well, I think, because of the tracks. But anyway, we are going to be using this for dragging trees about. So let's run her down to the other side, because I well, I loaded up the Sawdust mod and then I went through, and as you can see, our little grass field here is now cleared of trees. They all sit there because, well, the sawmill is full. It's waiting for one more thing, and that is, of course, wood chips. However, I cut down and cut up all of those trees without producing so much as a grain of sawdust because, well, yeah, I'm an idiot. I completely forgot that the Sawdust mod is a controllable thing. You can set the levels from 0, no chips, which it apparently is by default, to 3, which is muchos chips, and yeah. I cut all those trees down with the thing zeroed out, so it didn't really work that well. Yeah. However, we still have, it's almost 6 p.m. on the last day of spring, and I don't want to spend much more time doing logging. Because, there we are. Okay, see that level 2 way down in the bottom? That's the Sawdust level, and you change it with, well, in my case, the Z key. But let's cut this down. There we go. Ta-da! A pile of sawdust. That's brilliant. Now, should also give us a couple of piles for trimming the leaves. Very nice. Ooh, quite a few piles. And then, if we take advantage of where those particular piles are, we should be able to add to them. Nice. These might be a little shorter, but what I'm going to do with these, since the sawmill is so delightfully full at the moment, is I'm going to drag these right behind us over to the crane. And if I assume it's a working crane. Oh well, if not, you guys will get to see a classic species fail. And there we go. Alright, well that's better. That's better. Okay. I wonder if I'm... Ooh, I am too. I just want to see if I was actually strong enough. Oh, don't go rolling away. Here, we'll put you back. There you go. Oop. Ah. You weren't supposed to just fling all over. Come on. Put you back. Oh, I know why. I'm pressing the wrong button. I'm actually throwing it. Oops. There we go. Gently set it down. Okay. Now, I've already taken a couple over there. Mainly because I had one and wanted to see if there was even a marker. So, There we go. Yeah, I like this. This is a good forestry tractor. I just want to start by pushing this a little bit and get it away from that stump. There we go. I like that. Now, it is, unfortunately, not enough horsepowers to run the stump muncher. But that's okay. I wanted something with a roof on it and preferably a roll cage for forestry. Because as we noticed in the last episode, every once in a while, your trees inexplicably decide, I'm not coming down. And, of course, the recommended modus operandi is to whack it with your tractor. At least that's my recommended method. So, yeah. That's what we're going to do here. Maybe need to lift that a little bit. I'm pretty sure these things are more designed to be just dropped off of the trailer here, but that's okay. Alright, let's undo the straps and do that. I'm not going to carry them over, but I should be able to at least push them a little bit closer together. There we go. That'll leave me room to drag the next ones in. Excellent. So yeah, I guess it's going to be a 3-tractor operation. It's unfortunate that this guy doesn't have an option to add a front loader. That would be perfect. Oh, right up to the block. Just get you touching. Click. Nice. And a strap to hold you into place. Alright, let's lift it up. Beautiful. Give her another little nudge with the wheel. There we go. She's nice and straight. Beautiful. Beautiful. That off of there. And up out of the way. We'll push you in line. Beautiful spring day here. Says it's raining. Interesting. That is interesting. I mean, I'm not surprised. In this part of the world. There you go. Don't know why it wasn't grabbing. In this part of the world, we would certainly be getting rain pretty much on a daily basis through the springtime. And as I said, this is actually one of the few maps that really does kind of remind me of where I live. You can see we're a little bit tail heavy on this one, the one wheel, but that's what I think is neat about this tractor. Check it out. It's got such gnarly suspension that even with this wheel hanging this high off the ground, check it out, man. This one's still got enough suspension to make it to the ground, and that allows you a little bit of steering. Yes, it is one crazy tractor, because these of course only drive straight. You know, I think this is basically just a little pony wheel, but yeah, it's a wild riding machine. It is. Let's pull a little further forward into the slot. I mean, I could sell these right outright at the next one over there, but I don't know. I have not yet actually done the crane thing, and I thought that would be cool as heck. Because we've certainly hauled a few logs around. But yeah, I don't think I've actually done the crane thing. And that would be cool, because I have actually done it in real life. I've operated what they call a Pico crane, which is identical to that. You sit in a little box way up above, and you operate a giant set of hooks like that, and pick up an entire bundle of logs. And the Pico crane I used to operate, I used to pick them up from the ocean, or as we called it, the chuck, a good 60 feet off the deck. So I'd have to lower that thing 60 feet down to the water, pick up a bundle, bring it up, place it on the wood deck, and then get out, cut the wire cables that hold the bundles together, and then, like, still with it still grasped in the claws of the crane, I'd get out then and I would use the cable cutter and cut the big steel cables, and then I would re-lift the bundle and move it over beside the small log plant, and that is where it would end up being processed log by log. So yeah, it was quite a neat job, but it was, as I said, pretty much identical to this unit. You sat in a box, and just like that, and ran one of those things, except you'd put it all the way out and it would drop 60 feet down to the water. Well, drop, you would control it 60 feet down to the water. You'd hope it wouldn't just drop. Yeah. Although we also had a device called a cherry picker up on the same deck, and I wasn't running the Pico crane at the time, and it's a good thing because nobody was, but the guy running the cherry picker got a little over exuberant with one of the logs, and he picked it up right by the end, pretty much as we've done here. And a cherry picker's like this thing, except then you can move it all over the place. It swings in a full circle, and very powerful, and just has a claw out on an arm. And long story short, he didn't realize he had quite as much momentum as he did, and as he swung around with the log, it basically dragged the cherry picker well past the point he meant to stop, and the log basically acted like a giant baseball bat, except the little box that I normally sat in to run the crane was the baseball, and it knocked it clear off the wood deck, and the 60-foot drop into the water between a bunch of bundles that were already there, log bundles, and yeah, that pretty much shut the small wood plant down for a couple of weeks as they built a new control box for the Pico crane. But anyway, there you go. I managed to blither on long enough for us to get that particular job done. Cool. Now, I will grand finale it with the Pico crane operation. In the meantime, I don't know if that's a Pico crane. That may well be a brand as opposed to a type, but it was the only reference that we ever gave it, was the Pico crane. So there you go. park up our ever-reliable forestry tractor. There we are. Because we need to front loader action going on here now. And a nice set of forestry tools, eh? My guppies. Excuse me. Now, yeah, we've got more. Oh, that's still running. Yikes. More than enough logs. Let's say I believe this is actually full. No, 98%. That's why. It's too full to take another full log. So, with that said, let's see if we can get it powered up. Do that. We need a Johnny Woodchip. There should be a few piles. Now this thing doesn't hold a lot. I'm hoping one of the not a lot of things that it holds is wood chips. Yes. Excellent. Oh, excellent. Doesn't seem to want to quite pick all of it up. That's worrisome. I think it's just the angle there, maybe. And we should be pretty much full. 98%. That's the best you're gonna do, isn't it? Ooh, that's heavy. There we go. Just in time, the sun's starting to go down. Woohoo! It is indeed. Looks like we're gonna have a beautiful sunset here as it starts to cloud over just before we get our, excuse me, rain. So, one of you is an input, one of you is an output. Okay, you have a reading as to how much. That's the boards. Oh, you have a reading too. Well, I'm going to think that that back one is actually the one that we feed the chips in. Because it's pretty sure that forward spout there is where chips come out. So, of course we all know what assumptions do. Alright, it's as close as I can get. Whoosh. Well, it's counting it. Now, we all know it takes a sawmill a minute or two to start up, so hopefully when I come back with the next load, I'm actually going to stop the forward momentum of speedy time and go back to normal time just briefly while I grab one more load of wood chips. Oh, I didn't grab all the logs. Whoops. There we are. Yeah, I like this much better than using a wood chipper. I really do. I think this is gonna be just cool. I mean, it's a tiny little shovel and all that, so it's not going to be a super fast process. But then, hey, this is Watts Farm. And there we go. Check it out, guys. We have smoke coming out. I just saw a log disappear into the building. There goes another one. Alright. Yep, we have a functional sawmill. And you can see we got a little bit of wood chips coming out. Cool. There we are. I like it. Yeah, went from 495 to 425. So it took a big sip and got itself started. Let's give her a little more. Boom. Alright, awesome. And one last thing to try, eh? And that is the crane. Alrighty. Excuse me. Oh. Alrighty. Okay, so we get that for a view. Cool. I like this thing. That's pretty cool. Alrighty. Let's get a little more to center here. Now that I know where it actually places this, I think I can do most of it from in here. Let's come up a bit. There you go. Now let's let you down. Nice. Okay, let's open it up. That should be good. Good. Up you come. Okay, why won't it lift it? Is that too much weight? Has this thing got some sort of overload limit? There we go. It was like it was stuck on the ground. Oh, I see. You can't just get it to move in that direction. You've actually... How about the arrow keys? Nope, that turns me. Oh, don't turn me. A little jerkier than just having the control actually be continuous. Now, theory being, I guess, if I drop them in the mill pond, because it's not going to reach all the way to the mill, so I guess if I drop them in the mill pond, we should be good. There we are, I'm right at the stops. And... ta-da! Wood. Nice! Not bad. We made ourselves a good little bit of coin there. Cool. Alright, guys. Well, I think with that, I will pretty much call her. Here we go. Okay. So, hope everybody enjoyed the episode. If you did, please hit that like button. It does really, really help out the channel a bunch. And leave lots of comments if you find any cool gear you'd like me to try out on this old school sort of a playthrough. Well, let me know. Oh, I like that. I really do. That's so cool. I also like the fact that you can have the crane way over there and get out here. I'm not sure if you can ever get back into it though, but hey, we'll face that when we get to it. There you go, folks. I'm going to go back to fast time, and next time we meet, it will no longer be early spring. Take care of each other, folks. Ciao for now.